Hello. Now, this is just a open mind topic. As of that, I haven't written anything. I just had a thought about it. I just want to do it. Just before I show you this. Wednesday, 2017. All right. Valentine's coming up. I want this posted before Valentine's, but yeah. So I want to talk about not just love, but also who you're interested in, who do you love. I've already previously may have said some of the topics I'm about to say in the help guide, but I want to go a bit more. And the Foster's TV drama series, whatever it's called, has inspired me to talk about this and to just to help. But I won't be saying any of my personal stuff because it's just considering I'm a bit too young. Alright. I'm going to talk about being gay. I'm not. But other people are in this world, and I feel like I'm not just going to maybe stick up for the over 18s, but I want to talk about mainly about under 18s, considering that's where I am. I feel like if you love a boy and if you want to tell them, then do it, and then see what happens. And then if they say no, then just realise it's not the end of the world. And when they say no, they don't mean to actually upset you. It's the same if a boy is asking a girl out or if a girl's asking a girl out. It's exactly the same. It is. So why do people have a problem of going to talk about under 18s, not over 18? Sorry. Why do most parents would have a problem of their own child being gay? It's because that one, I'm going to give you a couple of reasons. Because one, they don't want them to be gay because they want them to go out with a girl and maybe get married and have some children. Or it's a shocker, it's new, it's scary because it's a man loving a man or a girl loving a girl. And that's scary to most parents, that is. Maybe, and I'm trying to think of another one. I don't know really, to be honest. But from what I got from watching some of the clips from the Fosters, that Connor's dad didn't really understand what Connor and Jude had in them, and that Connor's dad was making things worse by stepping in and saying, "Oh, I don't want you to be hanging around with him," and that was, and Connor also said that his dad doesn't want to be with Jude, which indicates that Connor doesn't like his own son being gay to Jude, which I would call, it's something, but it's not good parenting. Because I would say if I had a 13-year-old who told me that they were going out with a boy, I would say, oh, very good. Because the thing is, in other countries, you have to think about that. If you're gay in other countries, not all of them, but some of them will kill you for it. And that's wrong. In the UK, from what I know, it's not against the law to be gay. It used to, but now it's not. So you can go out with any man you want, and I have no idea if it's like that in the US, Canada, wherever. But I hope it isn't. I hope that you are allowed to be who you are. You're allowed to be gay. You're allowed to love who you want to love. Because in life, no one should force you to. And from the Fosters, from Jude and Connor, it looks like Connor's dad was scared and a bit shocked. And now, because he didn't know what to do. And he looks like he's a person who's been through a lot, It's got stressful, he's got a child, and now this has just popped up into his head, and he's thinking, oh, I know, a stupid thing. But then at the end, he said sorry for everything. And it was a very emotional moment between Jude and Connor's dad, which, at the start of all of this, to be honest, Connor's dad was being mean, was being really, really mean. Because if I found out someone was gay, I would be okay with it. I would literally be okay with it. And if you don't like something gay, then you're going to get hate for it, but at least explain why. If you don't explain why, then that gives them a legit reason to hate you. A legit reason to hate you. If you do not give a proper reason. If you say, oh, I hate them because they're gay, and I say, oh, why? And say, because it's disgusting. And then it was like, well, how dare you? But that's not a good enough reason. You need to explain more, and then I might not consider hating on you. But if you don't, then you're going to have some problems with some people, because as you know, the internet is sensitive to literally anything we say, which is a bit disappointing. Before the internet, no one got offended. Jack's films. So my main point, which I'm trying to say, is if you want to ask a girl out, or boy, or if your girl wants to ask a girl out, just do it. Because at the end of the day, what matters is that if you want to go out with someone, and then if you want to spend your time with them for literally the rest of your life and be married to your boy or girl or whoever, then I think you should do it. And if your parents don't like that, then what's stopping you? Of course it's going to be a bit harder, and they may not attend your wedding, or they may not accept you, which when parents do that, I think it's quite bad. But just for the sake of Valentine's Day, if you are getting married on that day, and if you're gay and you're having problems on that day, if you're under 18, then I suggest having a phone with Childline, or speak to one of your teachers or someone that is okay for someone to be openly gay, because that is perfectly fine. And if you're getting teased or bullied about it, then Childline is the place, or just literally talk to someone, because you shouldn't be getting all this negative people saying these things that makes you upset, and they won't accept who you are. Because as I was watching through the Fosters, I feel like it opened my eyes. It did. This is just a video that I don't want to get in drama or criticism on. That's why I'm going to disable comments. I can't speak. So I guess at the end of my conclusion of this is that if you're gay, you're gay, and there will be no one stopping you. And if there is, you know who to call. Not Ghostbusters, but Childline. There was really, really more I wanted to say. I want to cut this short, I do. So yeah, it's okay to be gay. That's okay. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but yeah. So, happy Valentine's everyone. And whether you're going out with boy, or girl, or boy and a girl, just know that even if other people will accept you, at least you'll have some people that will accept you, because in life there's always someone that is willing to accept you for who you really are. So yeah. Happy Valentine's Day, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.